On the news tonight, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori flags off the construction of the Ugbolu-Okpanam Road in Oshimili North local government area. Federal government warns operators in the renewable energy sector against over-reliance on importation for electricity provision. And abroad, United States downplays the threat to the Gaza ceasefire deal. Good evening and welcome to the Delta Television main news. My name is Perpetua Iboba. You can follow our news online on Facebook at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba and on YouTube at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba or visit our website. And to the details. In a show of dedication to public service, the state governor, the Right Honorable Sheriff Oborevwori, braved a heavy downpour to flag off the construction of the 21.3 billion naira Ugbolu-Okpanam Road in Oshimili North local government area. Governor Oborevwori said the 12-kilometer road represented more than infrastructure, saying it was a symbol of hope, connectivity, and improved livelihoods for the people of the area. Ejime Udweme reports.
The governor, who defied the heavy downpour, said the 12-kilometer road project embodies his administration's commitment to building durable and sustainable infrastructure that supports economic growth and improves the living standards of Deltans. He noted that the Ugbolu-Okpanam Road aligns with Goals 9 and 11 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, which promote resilient infrastructure, inclusive industrialization, and sustainable cities. The governor said the project will link Ugbolu and Okpanam communities, expand connectivity between Igbuzo and Akuku Igbo through the newly commissioned Igbuzo-Okpanam Road, and ease traffic congestion in Asaba. He added that it would also stimulate agricultural productivity, reduce crime along the corridor, and enhance socio-economic activities in Oshimili North.
The Ugbolu-Okpanam Road is a vital link road that has caused this administration's effort to build resilient and sustainable infrastructure that will transparently reduce and improve the living conditions for people in their towns and communities.
Disclosing that the contractor has been mobilized with 40% payment, he said the road will feature an 8.0 meter wide asphaltic pavement, 1.5 meter hard shoulders on both sides, and over 27,000 meters of reinforced concrete drains with stormwater channels.
For this 12-kilometer road has been awarded a total cost of 21.3 billion. The audit made an advance payment of 40%, amounting to 8.5 billion.
Chairman of Oshimili North Local Government Council, Honorable Innocent Iseweze, expressed deep appreciation to Governor Oborevwori for his steadfast commitment to infrastructural development. Honorable Iseweze noted that the Ugbolu-Okpanam Road represents more than physical construction, describing it as a testament to the governor's transformative agenda. Also speaking, the Ugane of Okpanam Kingdom, Dr. Michael Mbanefo, lauded the governor for his progressive leadership and commitment to community development. For his part, Mr. Eli Thanos, the managing director of Levant Construction Company, assured that the company would execute the job within scheduled time and in strict adherence to quality standards. Ejime Udweme reporting.
Governor Sheriff Oborevwori has charged leaders and members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, across the South region to embrace the ongoing digital membership registration exercise with seriousness and commitment. Governor Oborevwori gave the charge at the APC e-registration hands-on device application train-the-trainer workshop for the South Zone held at Government House, Asaba. Ejime Udweme reports.
The governor described the exercise as a crucial step in modernizing the party structure for greater accountability and inclusion. He disclosed that the state had already commenced the digital membership registration in line with the directive of President Bola Tinubu, with over 280,000 members already registered. He explained that the current phase of the process focused on validating existing records by linking members' details with their national identification numbers (NIN) and expanding the register to capture new entrants.
To us in Delta State here, it's always very easy for us to register over 280,000. The way it is now in Delta State is more of validation, because what we have in Delta State here, there's already people who have been registered in the registered book already in Delta State.
Deputy National Chairman, South of the APC, Chief Emma Enoku, thanked Governor Oborevwori for purposeful and commitment-driven leadership, commending the visible infrastructural transformation taking place across the state.
The party is proud of a man like this. I was just wondering how we would have run an election against this kind of a man, full of strength, who does not sleep, but spend all his time thinking of how to make his state look better.
Also speaking, Deputy National Organizing Secretary, Honorable Nze Chidi Duru, highlighted the exercise as a unique reform in party administration that guarantees accountability and strengthens internal democracy. He said the APC was making history by being the first major political party in the country to implement a comprehensive digital membership system. Earlier, Delta State Chairman of the APC, Elder Omeni Sobotie, commended Governor Oborevwori for providing leadership that has made Delta a reference point in governance and development. Ejime Uduime reporting.
The country's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has called for stronger partnerships among African nations to bridge gaps in the health and education sectors across the continent. Speaking at the 12th Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative Committee meeting in Banjul, the Gambia, Senator Tinubu said collaboration based on shared values would strengthen healthcare systems, expand educational opportunities, and empower families. She highlighted the efforts of her Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, which had donated $2 million to support treatment and advocacy for cervical cancer and tuberculosis. The First Lady also revealed that the RHI had awarded scholarships to over 1,500 Nigerian students in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Education, while several Nigerian doctors had benefited from medical training scholarships under the Merck. The wife of the Delta State Governor and founder of the Imatu Charity Foundation, Deaconess Tobore Oborevwori, has hosted wives of National Assembly members with a call for stronger collaboration among women leaders in advancing national development and family well-being. The meeting held at the Government House, Asaba, and provided a platform for women in leadership to share experiences, build partnerships, and promote initiatives that support governance, empowerment, and social inclusion. Florence Oyibodoro reports.
Deaconess Tobore Oborevwori, while welcoming the delegation, commended the visitors for their supportive roles to their spouses and their contribution towards peace and community development. She emphasized that women in leadership must continue to be voices of compassion and agents of positive change in society, noting that the event was aimed at building capacity, empowering women, especially at the grassroots, to harness resources and influence governance positively, encouraging the wives of federal lawmakers to continue to promote programs that align with the Renewed Hope Initiative of President Bola Tinubu and the more agenda of the state government. Deaconess Oborevwori said her Imatu Charity Foundation was established to advance healthcare, women and youth development, and social welfare.
So I call this meeting today for we to go hard there, to reach out to the grassroots, to work to bring results, because without result you cannot get to the top. And I want to use this medium to greet your husband. A lot they are doing at the federal level, supporting the president, which is the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Earlier, leader of the delegation and wife of the member representing Patani and Bomadi Federal Constituency, Mrs. Blessing Mutu, expressed delight at identifying with the governor's wife, describing it as a homecoming and commended her commitment to humanitarian initiatives. She described Dickness Oborewori as a shining example of womanhood whose leadership has continued to inspire others.
Whenever you call us for anything, we will be here. This is our state. We are just visitors in Abuja. So whenever the need is for us to be here, please, ma, carry us at home. Call us, I will be here.
In her welcome remarks, the special advisor to the governor on women development, Chief Eunice Anira, praised the delegation for the visit and described the occasion as a meeting of like-minded women driven by the passion to serve humanity.
Under the God-fearing and good leadership of our government, Delta State continues to witness progress and transformation. We are confident with God's grace and our collective commitment, Delta State shall continue to prosper.
Highlights of the event, which drew dignitaries, included the wives of the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mrs. Timie Bigwo and Mrs. Ifoma Akbowo, as well as Honorable Bridget Anyafulu, Chief Ikemo Kwofo, Dr. Josephine Emo, Lady Roslyn Amioku, commissioners and representatives of wives of local government chairmen, was the presentation of souvenirs by the governor's wife. Florence Oibodoro reporting.
The federal government has warned operators in the renewable energy sector against over-reliance on importation for electricity provision. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, stated this at the Nigerian Renewable Energy Innovation Forum 2025 in Abuja. The minister, represented by his chief technical advisor, Mr. Adebayo Owoloniyi, said dependence on imported equipment could hinder Nigeria's industrialization and limit job creation. He emphasized that energy development must be aligned with local production and industrial growth under the Nigeria First policy. Chief Adelabu advised that electricity subsidies should be channeled towards procurement systems that promoted industrialization and created economic value for Nigerians. The event, organized by the Rural Electrification Agency, also featured key stakeholders including the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Tajuddin Abbas, who said the National Assembly was committed to advancing local manufacturing and renewable energy education to strengthen the country's clean energy. The Senate has passed for second reading a bill seeking to create a legal framework that would enable small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, to access quicker financing by converting unpaid invoices into immediate cash. The proposed legislation, known as the Factoring Regulation Bill 2024, was sponsored by Senator Asokwo Ekpeyong of Cross River South. Senator Ekpeyong explained that the bill aimed to address the late payment challenges hindering the growth of over 40 million small businesses across the country by unlocking their working capital through a structured and regulated system. He noted that factoring the sale of verified invoices to licensed finance companies at a discount for instant payment provided a sustainable way for MSMEs to maintain cash flow without relying on collateral-based loans. The bill, which placed regulatory oversight under the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), would ensure transparency, protect small businesses, and, aligned with Nigeria's ongoing digital and financial reforms, to reduce fraud. It had been referred to the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance, and Other Financial Institutions for further legislative action and report within the energy's capacity. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it will deploy over 7,000 bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) devices for the November 8th Anambra State governorship election. Acting chairman of the commission, Mrs. May Abamuche Mbo, disclosed that the BVAS machines would cover 5,720 polling units, with a mock accreditation exercise scheduled for October 25th to test functionality and real-time result transmission to the INEC result viewing portal. She also revealed that 43 media organizations had applied for accreditation to cover the election, involving 363 journalists. Mrs. Abamuche Mbo urged reporters to maintain professionalism and avoid misinformation, while confirming that all non-sensitive materials had been delivered to the state. She added that INEC was working closely with security agencies to ensure a credible and peaceful poll. Representatives Joint Committee investigating alleged certificate racketeering in tertiary institutions has called for stiffer penalties for offenders and their accomplices. Chairman of the committee, Mr. Abubakar Fulata of the All Progressives Congress APC Jigawa State, made the call after the committee's oversight visits to the University of Lagos, Yaba College of Technology, Caleb University, and Lagos State University. Mr. Fulata described the development as worrisome, lamenting that several individuals now obtained academic certificates through fraudulent means without merit. He expressed concern that some university staff and management could be complicit in the illegal acts, thereby tarnishing the image of Nigerian higher institutions. Mr. Fulata urged tertiary institutions to strengthen the security features of their certificates to ensure easy verification and accountability. The committee's action followed the recent resignation of former Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Mr. Geoffrey Nnaji, amid controversies over alleged certificates forgery. The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Mr. Ola Olukoyede, has called for stronger collaboration among West African nations to tackle trans-border crimes and promote peace, stability, and economic growth in the sub-region. Mr. Olukoyede, who also served as president of the Network of National Anti-Corruption Institutions in West Africa, made the call at the 7th Annual General Assembly of the network held in Abuja. He said the network had proposed formal recognition as a technical commission under the ECOWAS protocol to strengthen coordination in investigations, asset recovery, and policy harmonization. The EFCC chairman stressed that corruption and organized crime remained major threats to regional development and must be addressed through shared intelligence, joint enforcement, and mutual accountability. He also highlighted key achievement of the network to include the establishment of a permanent secretariat in Nigeria and enhanced collaboration with ECOWAS, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, and African Union Anti-Corruption Board. The assembly ended with a renewed commitment by delegates to deepen regional cooperation and advance collective action against financial and economic crimes across West Africa. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, has urged all accredited tertiary institutions across the country to update and upload their student records on its verification portal ahead of the 2025-2026 academic session. In a statement, NELFund spokesperson Mr. Osheyemi Oluwatuyi described the exercise as a proactive step to ensure a smooth verification and loan application process once the portal opens. He explained that institutions had been required to accurately capture each student's data using admission numbers or other verifiable identifiers, noting that only verified students would be eligible to benefit from the student loan scheme. Mr. Oluwatuyi emphasized that the cooperation of the tertiary institutions was crucial to expanding access to higher education and ensuring transparency and accountability in the loan disbursement. You are watching the Delta Television main news. Still to come, United States downplays threat to the Gaza ceasefire deal. Details of this and more after the break.
If tanker wey carry fuel fall or pipe wey carry fuel for underground burst, wetin you go do? You go begin bae fuel put for your bucket, or you go run comot far for where the fire go soon come. Na only small time you get to take this wise decision. Waka comot, no, that one no dey enough. Shift, no, that one no dey enough. Stay there dey gist and take pictures with your phone. That's na madness. Run, yes, run comot. Yes, your life depend on wetin you do. The fire go come at once and you no go fit control am. Why? Petrol dey catch fire easily. Why? Na just small spark go start big fire. So no stay there dey think. Run comot quick to save your life. No throway your life away because of say you wan pack petrol. Take this advice. This informate na from Public Enlightenment Office, Delta Broadcasting Service, Asaba.
You're watching the Delta Television main news. The United States had downplayed the threat to the Gaza ceasefire deal, despite Hamas requesting more time to locate the remaining bodies of Israeli hostages. Under the first phase of the agreement, Hamas was expected to return 20 living hostages and the bodies of 28 others. So far, all 20 living hostages have been released, along with 9 bodies. Hamas says it needs specialist equipment to find the remaining bodies, which are believed to be buried under rubble. Despite the delay, senior U.S. officials said talks with mediators remain positive, adding that Hamas still intended to honor the dead. 2 additional bodies were handed over by Hamas last night, later identified as Sergeant Major Mohammed Al-Atarash, 39, and Imbar Heyman, 27. In other development, Israel says perpetrators are ongoing to open the Rafah crossing for people wanting to leave Gaza. Humanitarian aid would only be allowed into the territory through other checkpoints. Israel had made it clear that security remains its top priority when managing aid and access to Gaza. The United States President, Mr. Donald Trump, has confirmed that he authorized the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, to carry out covert operations inside Venezuela, a revelation that had sparked strong reactions from Venezuelan officials. The statement follows reports of increased U.S. military activity in the region, particularly targeting suspected drug trafficking operations. In recent weeks, U.S. forces have carried out at least 5 strikes on boats in the Caribbean believed to be transporting drugs, resulting in the death of 27 individuals. UN-appointed human rights experts have condemned the operations, labeling them extrajudicial executions and raising concerns over the legality and human impact of such actions. During a briefing at the White House, President Trump stated that the United States was looking at land as it considers further action against drug cartels operating in the region. His comments suggest a potential escalation beyond maritime operations, possibly involving more direct interventions in neighboring countries. It was a heartwarming moment as staff of the State Ministry of Justice held a surprise reception for the Solicitor General and Permanent Secretary, Mr. Omamuzo Erebe San, on his return to work following his swearing-in as a senior advocate of Nigeria. Antonia Mowa reports. We sincerely apologize. We'll bring you that report in our subsequent bulletin. Nigeria and Germany have jointly launched the Flare for Value project to cut gas flaring in Nigeria, converting wasted gas to industrial and economic value. The initiative was unveiled during the EU Green Diplomacy Week in Abuja and is implemented under HIDW and GIZ-led Energy Diplomacy Program, commissioned by the German Foreign Office and funded via the International Climate Initiative. At the launch, Christina Frusset, head of the German-Nigerian Hydrogen Office, framed the project as an opportunity to turn environmental liabilities into development gains, emphasizing that reducing flares promotes energy access, industrial growth, and sustainability. Johannes Lehn, Deputy German Ambassador, added that capturing and repurposing flare gas can both curb emissions and generate new economic streams, a demonstration of German-Nigerian cooperation in climate strategy. Mr. Vitalis Obi, Permanent Secretary in Nigeria's Ministry of Petroleum Resources, praised the initiative as a blueprint for turning Nigeria's abundant gas reserves from waste into wealth, aligning energy transition with industrial expansion and environmental protection. Given Nigeria's ranking among the world top gas flaring nations and its 2022 figure of 275 billion standard cubic feet flared, releasing over 16 million tons of CO, this project is positioned to help the country meet obligations under the Climate Change Act 2021. Flare Value aims to introduce gas capture, utilization, and conversion technologies with a special focus on converting flare gas into hydrogen for industrial and export use. In sports, Nigeria's dream of hosting the 2030 Commonwealth Games has once again been dashed as Abuja lost the bid to Ahmedabad, India. The Evolution Commission of Commonwealth Sport selected Ahmedabad, located in western India, as the preferred host city ahead of Nigeria's capital. The decision was expected to be ratified during the organization's General Assembly in Glasgow on November 26. Ahmedabad boasts the world's largest stadium, the Narendra Modi Stadium, with a capacity of 132,000, which hosted the 2023 Cricket World Cup final. The city, home to over 5 million residents, has also been tipped as a potential contender for a future Olympic Games. In a statement, Commonwealth Sport explained that candidate cities were assessed against a wide range of criteria and added that they have agreed to develop a strategy for supporting Nigeria's hosting ambitions for future games, including consideration for 2034. India previously hosted the Commonwealth Games in 2010 in New Delhi. This marked the second time Abuja had been overlooked, having also lost its bid for the 2014 edition to Glasgow. Still in sports, the inquest into the death of former boxer Ricky Hatton has been opened and adjourned. The 46-year-old, who won world titles at light, welterweight and welterweight, was found dead at his home in Hyde on 14 September. South Manchester Coroner's Court in Stockport heard that Hatton was found by his manager, Paul Speck. The court was told by Alison Catlow, a Greater Manchester police, that Hatton was last seen by his family on 12 September and appeared well. The following day, he did not attend an event as expected. On 14 September, Speck, who was in court to represent the family, attended Hatton's home to pick him up for a flight to Dubai. Hatton, who was known as the Hitman, was found unresponsive. Senior Coroner Alison March said they are awaiting the final cause of death, but it was indicated as hanging. No family were in attendance. A full inquest has been scheduled for 20 March next year. The World Football Governing Body, FIFA, has revealed that the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, would get about 14 billion naira if the Super Eagles eventually qualifies for the 2025 World Cup in Mexico, Canada, and the United States of America. A statement by FIFA said every African country that qualifies for the Football Mundial would get about $9.6 million as participation bonus. The Super Eagles also stands a chance of raking in more money if they win their playoff matches in Africa, as well as the intercontinental playoffs. According to FIFA, a win in the playoff attracts $1.9 million, while a draw attracts $1.008 million. The Super Eagles face Gabon in the playoff in Morocco on November 13, and if they win the match, the Eric Chelle tutored side would then clash against the winner between Cameroon and DR Congo for Africa's remaining slot for the Intercontinental Playoffs. Our thoughts for today. The desire to succeed means nothing without the will to prepare. Now for a rundown of the major stories in our bulletin this evening. In a show of dedication to public service, the State Governor, the Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori, braved a heavy downpour to flag off the construction of the 21.3 billion naira Ubolu Okpanam Road in Oshimili North Local Government Area. Governor Oborewori said the 12-kilometer road represented more than infrastructure, saying it was a symbol of hope, connectivity, and improved livelihoods for the people of the area. The federal government has warned operators in the renewable energy sector against over-reliance on importation for electricity provision. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabo, stated this at the Nigerian Renewable Energy Innovation Forum 2025 in Abuja. And abroad, United States downplays the threat to the Gaza ceasefire deal. You can follow our news online on Facebook and YouTube at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba, or visit our website at www.dbsasaba.com. That ends the Delta Television main news. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Perpetua Iboba, thanking you so much for listening. Good evening.